जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday. It is 2nd of June. This is Jyeshta Masa, Trivikrama Masa, Sukla Pacham, Saptami Tithi. There are no Vaishnava events in the calendar, so we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Uddhava is describing Krishna's pastimes in a summary way to Vidura. So yesterday he was mentioning about how Krishna has defeated 7 bulls and married Nagnajiti. So after Rukmini's marriage, and then he was mentioning about the Nagnajiti. Nagnajiti is another name for her is Satya. So Kukidmino Avidhanaso Damitva Swayamvare Nagnajitim Vuvaha Tad Bhagnamanan Api Grudjito Adhan Jajñakshita Sastrabhutaha Swasastrehi. So during that time, even though Krishna has defeated all the bulls and won the Nagnajiti in the Swayamvara. So during that time, even the many other princesses, they were uh, they were they were not capable enough to subdue the bulls. But still, after Krishna has taken the hand of Nagnajiti, they were trying to still asking for Nagnajiti, and they stopped Krishna. But Krishna defeated all of them. Jagni Akshataha Sastrabhutaha Swasastrehi. So, and they were wounded or killed by Krishna, but Krishna was not hurt in any other way. Likewise, Uddhava was remembering, and then today further he is mentioning about the fightings between the Indra and his company and Krishna during the time of Parijata tree. So just like ordinary husband, in order to please his wife, Krishna, he went to the Amaravati. Amaravati is the demigod's planet where Indra is there. And there, so that was the time when Krishna has killed Narakasura and then got the umbrella and earrings from Narakasura, and he just in order to give the earrings to Aditi Mata, so he went to the heavenly planet. So during that time, Satyabhama decided that she wanted a Parijata tree. So later on, Krishna, so when he went there to get that Parijata tree, at the time Indra attacked Krishna. So because he was a henpecked husband, induced by his wife, beautiful wives, without knowing Krishna's prowess. Likewise, Uddhava is saying to Vidura. We are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 3rd chapter, verse number 5. प्रियं प्रभुर्ग्राम्य इव प्रियाय विदित्सु आरात् विदित्सु आच्युतरं यदत्ते वज्र्याद्रवत्तं सगनोरुषान्तः क्रीडामृगो नूनम् अयं वधूनम्. Priyam Prabhur Grami Iva Priyaya. Priyam Prabhu and Priyam of the dear wife. Priya Prabhu is the Supreme Lord Krishna. So Gramya Iva Priyaya, like a Gramyaha. A Gram is the ordinary living being. Gramyaha Iva Priyaya. just in the matter of Priyaya, just to please his wife. Priyam Prabhu Grameva Priyaya, just to please his wife, just like a ordinary person. And what he done? Viditsuhu Archat Jitaram Yadatte Viditsu. And because his wife desired, wishing, Archad, he brought about, what is that one? Jitaram. Jitaram is the Parjata flower tree. Jitaram Yadatte, for which Atte in the matter of to bring that one. So he has brought that one, Parijata tree. During that time, Vajri Adravatam Sagano Rushantaha. Vajri, who is the controller of the Vajrayuda, is the Indra. Adravat, Adravatam, so went forward to fight with Krishna. Tam Sagano Rushandaha, along with Sagano, with his uh, full strength, taking all of his army, something like that. Sagano, Vajriyadhravattam Sagano, Rushandaha, Rusha Andaha, Rusha in anger, Andaha is the blinded. So he was, Indra was blinded because he was induced by his wife, like Sachi Mata, like other wives. So Vajriyadhravattam Sagano, Rushandaha. Krida Mruga Nonam Ayam Vadunam. And because Indra was a Krida Mruga. So Krida Mruga is the a henpecked husband. Krida Mrugo Nonam. Nonam is, of course, he was. Krida Mrugo Nonam Ayam Vadunam. So this Indra Vadunam. So just like a doll in the hands of his wives. Vadunam. Because of those things, he was Rushandaha. He got very angry towards Krishna, and then he just attacked Krishna with a great strength. Priyam Prabhu Gramya Iva Priyaya Viditsuhu Archat Jitaram Yadatte Vajriyadhavattam Saghano Rushandaha Kridam Rogononam Ayam Vadhunam. Translation for this shloka. Just to please his dear wife, the Lord brought back the Parijata tree from heaven, just as an ordinary husband would do. But Indra, the king of heaven, induced by his wife's handpicked as he was, ran after the Lord with full force to fight him. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The Lord once went to the heavenly planet to present an earning to Aditi, the mother of the demigods, and his wife Satyabhama also went with him. There is a special flowering tree called the um, Prijata, which grows only in the heavenly planets. And Satyabhama wanted this tree just to please his wife like an ordinary husband. The Lord brought back the tree, and this energy uh, Bajran or the controller of the um, thunder thunderbolt. Um, Indra's wives uh, ins- inspired inspired him to run after the Lord to fight, and Indra, because he was a handpicked husband and also a fool, um, listened to them and uh, dared to fight with Krishna. He was a fool on this occasion because he forgot that everything belonged to the Lord. There was no fault on the part of the Lord. even thought he took away the tree from the heavenly kingdom. But because uh, Indra was handpicked, uh, dominated by his beautiful wives, like said, uh, like said, he become a fool, just as all persons who are um, dominated by their wives are generally foolish. Indra thought that Krishna was a hand-picked husband uh, who only by the will of his wife Satyabhama took away the property of heaven, and therefore he thought that Krishna could be punished. He forgot that the Lord is the pro- proprietor of everything and cannot be handpicked. The Lord is fully independent, and by His will only He can have hundred and thousand of wives like Satyabhama. He was not therefore attached to Satyabhama because she was a beautiful wife, but he was pleased with her devotional service, and those wanted to reciprocate the unalloyed devotion of his devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Prabhupada is describing the little bit of that pastime when the Lord once went to the heavenly planet to present the earring to Aditi Mata. So those earrings were taken by the Narakasura or Bhaumasura. So, and he has taken the white umbrella of Varuna, and then so it was the demigod's property. So and then Krishna went there on the request of Indra, and then he fought the Bhaumasura, and then he has taken back those earrings and umbrella, and then was going to Amravati to present earrings to Aditi Mata, mother of the demigods. And during that time, Satyabhama was accompanied Krishna. So the Parijata tree, it is all these flowers are used only for worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Satyamata worships the Lord there, the same flowers. But now Satyabhama also wanted to worship the Lord, worship Krishna. So now she desired that Parijata tree. But that Parijata tree grows only in the heavenly planets. And just to please his wife, like an ordinary husbands, they wanted to do something pleasing to their wives. So likewise, Krishna also wanted to do. But here, Krishna is not like a henpecked husband, but Krishna does everything is with the devotion. Uh, this is what it is. Prabhupada is later explaining. But Lord wanted to fulfill the desire of the Satyabhama to bring back that tree. But during that time, Indra was enraged because he came to the planet, heavenly planet, instead of looking here and then presenting this Anubhita, going back, he is taking the Parijata flower. So Indra is thinking Krishna was a ordinary person during that time. So how can Krishna will can take this Parijata tree from the heaven to the earthly planet? Likewise, he was enraged. And his name is Vajri because he controller of the thunderbolt. But and his this control of thunderbolt it is Vajraidam. So Indra's wives inspired him to run after the Lord to fight, and Indra came. This is um, this is like a tam sagano with along with all great strength. He ran after the Lord to fight, and Indra because he was henpecked husband and also a fool, Rushandaha, when one becomes the angry, immediately his intelligence does not work properly. Andaha is a blinded person. So, henpecked husband and also a fool. Listen to them and dare to fight with Krishna. So he was a fool on this occasion because he forgot that everything belongs to the Lord. So that he forgot. So sometimes this is when we see whatever we wanted to see, our mind always sometimes likes and dislikes. I wanted to do this one. I don't want to do that one. Like his mind always thinks, but irrespective of the life force within the body, what it requires. So if we forget that and we try to please the mind, but sometimes mind attacks. Okay, so just you fulfill my desires. If you do not fulfill, it gets very angry. But actually, it is not that we try to please the mind, and we always needs to address the life force behind it. What is it? Okay, so and then in this particular, there was no fault on the part of the Lord, even though he took away the tree from the heavenly kingdom. But because Indra was henpecked, Indra was henpecked. So similarly, the mind also like have got so many desires, so many vishya vinivattante niraharasya dehinah rasavajjam rasopyasya param društva nivattate. Those states have been already with the mind. This is kind of a tattva goes behind what is to be important, what is existing within the body, that addressing the life force, and then what that life force is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And as a servant of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Energy. When we understand that one, it is very easy to lead the life. So there is no fault on the part of the Lord, even though he took away the tree from the heavenly kingdom, but because Indra was henpecked, dominated by his beautiful wives like Sachi, he became a fool just as all persons. And then Indra thought that Krishna was the henpecked husband, who only by the will of his wife Satyabhama took away the property of the heaven. But therefore Krishna could be punished. So here Indra he is thinking he is greater than Krishna. But whereas Krishna, so um, it is in the previously first canto we were seeing Yatpada Susrushana Mukhi Karamana Satyadayud Vasta Sahasra Yoshitaha. And he was worshipped by Satyabhama Satyadaya Dvasta Sahasra Yoshita by all his 16,108 wives. So there it is mentioned, Yatpada Susrushana Mukhya Karmana, worshipping of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service. Because of that, Nijjitya Sanket Tridashan Tadashisho Vajrayada Vallabhochitaha. So he was Haranti Vajrayada Vallabhochitaha. During that time, he has taken that because he was pleased with his devotees and their devotional service. So that is the uh, he forgot that Lord is the proprietor of everything and cannot be henpecked. The Lord is fully independent, and by his will only he can have hundreds and thousands of wives like Satyabhama. He was not therefore attached to Satyabhama because she was a beautiful, but he was pleased with her devotional service and thus wanted to reciprocate the unalloyed devotion of his devotee. So this is how we have got so many um, yajnas as a human being. We have to perform so many yajnas. That is only to please Vishnu. It is not for anything as a matter of duty. That is directly addressing the spiritual force, life force within the body. When we are addressing that one and carrying out the activities in day-to-day life, that is, we are always under the protection of the Supreme Energy. So saying that we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when we are engaged like that, Tasmin prasanne sakalahisham prabho kim durlabham tabiram lavatmabihi ananya društva bhajatam guhasayah swayam vidhatte swagatim paraha param. So here Maitreya Rishi says one statement. devotees whoever is engaged in the devotional service, for them there is nothing impossible. Tasmin prasanne sakalasham prabhu kim dullabam tabirelam lavatmabihi. So this statement comes in the during the Varaha Bhagavan appearance, and then he lifted the earth. So Brahma was the devotee of the Lord. He was contemplating. Only Lord only has to help to lift the earth. And then after he lifted and all the Brahma and along with his children, he was praying to the Supreme Lord. So during the conclusions times, the Swayambhu Manu and everyone are happy by looking at the Lord's the gigantic form he has lifted the earth. So during that time he mentions the statement, Tasmin Prasanne Sakalasham Prabhu. When the Lord is Tasmin Prasanne, when he is pleased with his devotee, Sakalasham Prabhu, Kim Tullabam Tabiralam Lavatmabihi. What is impossible to achieve? So likewise, Ananya Drishya Bhajatam Guhasayaha Swayam Vidakte Swagatim Paraha Param. So he is always under the protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But whatever of this material world is existence, it is everything is Lavatmabi. It is very small. But when he has achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nothing is comparable to it. So here, Satyabhama and all other wives, they have got Krishna as their husband. There is nothing for them to achieve. Nothing impossible to achieve for them. So here, Krishna, he was pleased with her devotional service and thus wanted to reciprocate the unalloyed devotion of his devotee. It is not because Satyabhama is beautiful. That is Yatpada Susrushana Mukhi Karmana. That is very important task. Yatpada Susrushana Mukhi Karmana. Devotional service. Satyadayo Dvasta Sahasra Yoshitaha. Then Lord does all these things for his devotees. But Indra was thinking in another way. Here, Krishna was the handpicked husband, but actually, Indra was the handpicked husband. Okay, Priyam Prabhu Iva Priyaya Viditsuhu Arad uh, Viditsuhu Viditsuhu Archad Jutiram Yadate Vajri Adhravattam Sagano Rushantaha Pridam Rugononam Ayam Vadhunam Ayam Vadhunam. Indra is compared to Krida Mruga. Krida Mruga is one who is uh, who is in the hands puppet like in the hands of wife. They are Krida Mruga. That is why Kapil Bhagavan says one has to be always resist not to associate with the woman. That one he mentions in the third canto later on in the 31 chapters. The activities of the living entity. Okay, so Bhuvijrumbena Padakrantan, the Yoshit Sangha. So these are all condemned for a person who, condemned in the sense um, restricted, who is in the spiritual progress. But Grihastha they are properly restricted. But for brahmacharis and then sannyasis, it is completely avoided. Yoshit Sangha. Okay, so here, likewise, Uddhava is remembering another pastime of Krishna and speaking to Vidura. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's letter. Okay, today letter to Satswarupa. It is a very tiny letter, August 18th, 1970, Tokyo. Can I request any devotees to read this tiny letter, please? Okay, I shall read this letter. My dear Satswarupa, please accept my blessings. Herewith, please find 4 pages of poems written by Tirthapada Dasa Brahmachari, who is working at Sydney very diligently. If our Vyas Puja pamphlet is not yet finished, you may add them there or conveniently they may be published in Back to Godhead. He is a good worker in Sydney. He should be encouraged. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Ki Jai. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Prabhupada was trying to encourage if devotees are composing any poems and then making them to publish. Of course, that poem must be in aligning with the scriptural injunctions, either glorifying the Guru and spiritual masters and Krishna. So, and also we encourage the devotees like that. So Prabhupada wanted that to be carried out, to be published in Back to Godhead. Okay, so that's a small letter. Any other comments, dear devotees, from this letter? Okay, okay, that is Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya at 8 p.m. And tomorrow uh, it is the teaching practice session. Did I request any devotees for coming to Tuesday? Anyone is located? Just I thought of approaching some devotees, but I forgot who is on this Tuesday. Um, yes, I'll follow up looking at my communications. Okay, so that is from the updates point of view. And the devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. And also, I have just sent the communication with regards to the uh, Bengal Jagannath Ratha Yatra that Vrindavan Das Prabhuji is conducting. He comes on Thursday evenings to our Sangha. And also, he lives very simple life, though it is, I think, we have discussed this one in the Sanghas in the previous sessions. So I have shared that post, that flyer and the post in our Sangha just to raise the funds on behalf of our Sangha and then offer it to the Lord at once. Of course, previously Sanchita Mataji also posted that direct message. If that one directly goes to Prabhuji's account, but Prabhuji may not understand that this devotee belongs to the Sangha or not. But we will do it in a single chunk. So either way it works fine, but Prabhu do not know who is this devotee like that. Just in order to mitigate that one, so just we collect at once and then offer it to the Prabhuji. Okay, that is the simple message. And also Prabhuji has got different plans as well, many things. But that is going forward. But for the moment, just we wanted to offer little thing, whatever is possible for our Sangha. Okay, so that is the updates from my side. And if you have got any other updates, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन हरे जय श्री कृष्ण